Welcome everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a lender that operates a little bit differently. So I'd like to thank you for joining us so we can go over a little bit about what makes us different and special. I'll do a short presentation on the website here, and then we'll pass it over to Kyle, who will actually show us a demo of the backend software and how everything works. And then we'll close it out with Jose Gonzalez, our CSO, who will bring it all together in the traditional sense of closing loans with his 29 years of experience. So let me start by sharing my screen here. And hopefully most of you have checked out some of this page, but let me explain a little bit more about what we mean. So obviously we're different. We come from a marketing and technology background, as you'll see here in a second. So we are all about giving you guys a platform to earn up to 100% commission with free leads powered by our proprietary software, CRM, POS, LOS, all built in together with the AI as well. So we have built every line of code for what you're about to see. So as it says here, we are not just a lender. We are pioneers of mortgage technology. So we want to give you guys a platform to scale up your business instantly by getting more leads from the business that you're already doing. So I'll explain how that works here in a second. So first off, let's talk about the business model. So we are approved with over 135 lenders and investors. That way we always have the best rates and pricing, which you can actually click the link there and see the smoking pricing we have today. And typically that's going to be with the 5,000 plus in-house loan programs we have where we are the lender. We fund the loans with our own money. But if there's any reason where we can't fund those loans or don't have the best options in-house, we have every loan program outside the box. So typically conventional, VA, USDA, FHA, non-QM, DSCR, some of our favorite loans we all fund in-house. And then once we start going outside the box, commercial, fix and flip, ground up, mixed use, CDFI, those types of things we typically partner with. So whatever type of lead we have, we want to make sure we have the best options and the best rates for that. Now let's talk a little bit about our technology. As I mentioned, we've written every line of code for what you're about to see here. So not only are we a lender, we own every bit of code you're about to see. And it all starts with our AI-powered website, which you're basically looking at one page of. But we also have the POS, CRM, LOS all built in there. Again, this is software that's built for us, by us, for loan officers, by loan officers. And it's one login for you and one login for your customer, no matter which one of our thousands of loan programs or hundreds of different lenders or investors we're going to use, just one login for both of you. We also have our instant rate quotes from our 5,000 plus in-house loan programs where we can quote the rates and track the rates as they fluctuate through the market, especially as rates drop like they are today as we speak. And we have the system all built in where our prospects can instantly come from just a name, email, phone number, the basics, to pulling their own credit, pulling their own rates, completing their own 1003, pulling that all into our system without you lifting a finger. And we do that with all of our API integrations, over 50 API integrations with all the standard partners you may be used to, but you do it within our system. So we use our Encompass-based LOS system, but you never have to log into Encompass. You can use our system. Optimal Blue for pricing, industry standard for pricing. Just click one button, don't need to log in. 5 AMCs, click of a button away. Very cool system there. Everything is integrated. You can also plug into our automatic social media posting to, again, generate more leads from what you're already doing. Just plug in your system there, plug in your account, and we'll post automatic compliant business cards, flyers, promotions, and your custom link that links back to you to generate more leads every single day from what you're already doing. We also have the AI built in with our dual AWS. So not only do we have dual AWS where you can run Fannie and Freddie side by side, but you can also run it through our Calvin AI to analyze it and see which option is actually going to be best for your exact borrower. Pretty cool. And let's get into the trainings and support. So since we're all remote based here, we want to make sure we still have everything at your fingertips. So typically you're going to log into our remote based learning center, our classroom. It's open 365 days a year, 24/7. You can log in there, get training. And then we also have our daily live video podcast style training. So every day of the week, we go through our daily live rates and an actual loan product that we highlight in our daily rates show. And then 5 days per week, we do a loan officer training on different topics. And we also have our live Zoom support for our loan officers actually in-house to go into our Zoom support. They can take over your screen, click the buttons during business hours to get you unstuck wherever you might be stuck. We also have our knowledge center with thousands of articles and videos, not just from us, but our hundreds of partners. So one place you can click and search all the different tips, tricks, guideline, matrices, videos, all kinds of different resources there. And we have our AI built in with compliance, so you can search all the federal and state regulations with just a click to get quick compliance answers 24/7. Now, this final category, something doesn't fit in the others, but very passionate about the first one, closing DSCR business purpose loans in 44 total states, some of our most popular loans here. And you can expand your licenses without necessarily having to get more licenses, or sorry, expand your states without having to get more licenses. We have all kinds of different ways company leads come in. Kyle will show you in a second, but we want to make it a simple 50-50 split. You'll see here on the comp plans. And we want to make sure everybody can scale up their lead generation. So whether that's taking our company plans or our company ads, copying them and using those for your own ads, or importing ads with our Zapier webhook there where you can import them from anywhere. You can also click a button at any time to refer deals to your teammates if you're maybe not licensed in that state, maybe you don't know how to do a fix and flip loan, maybe it's for a spouse, there's a conflict of interest. Click that button, refer that deal to a teammate, and you can still earn some great commission, 75 basis points, while you learn a new loan type. And as Kyle mentioned before we started here, since we're all remote, we still love to meet everybody face to face. So we do our annual retreat here in Miami, VIP yacht party, hotel rooms for all of our loan officers, and past speakers include Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, Marco Simonis from The Profit. So a very cool event and chance to meet everybody face to face since we all work remotely the rest of the year. Now let's get into our comp plans. Let me zoom out a tad. So some cool options here, definitely very different. So first, let's go through our new Broker Unlimited plan here. So this plan is to use our software and our systems and allows you to make 100% of the commission. So we're on a 275 comp plan for brokerage. So you make 275 basis points or 2.75% for conventional non-QM, all the standard stuff. And if you take a company lead, again, 50-50 split, so 137.5 basis points on company leads for conventional non-QM. Since you're on a 275 comp plan. This is our plan to use our system and broker with over 135 lenders and commercial partners. $2.99 tech fee to access our systems. Again, that's your only fee. We're just providing you the technology for you to scale your business up and use all of our partners. You can use third-party processors, just like any brokered options. Again, we're on a 275 comp plan. That's lender or borrower paid. 100% commission with no transaction fees. Again, the $2.99 tech fee, you're using our software or platform, so that's all you need to pay there. And you can refer deals to in-house loan officers that have a little more flexibility with programs and pricing for 75 basis points, just like we mentioned there before. Unlimited leads at a 50-50 split. Kyle will show you where those all come in. And if you're on brokered, you do have the ability to change comp plans if you're in a branch, etc. Now, let's talk about our in-house correspondent loan officer. This is for loan officers that may need a little more support or flexibility. So a lot of our newer loan officers will probably join this plan, or loan officers that know the correspondent channel has more flexibility and a lot more benefits, especially when you're doing some of the loans that we like to do, like DSCR. So you can earn up to 200 basis points. The standard comp here is 150 basis points for conventional non-QM. That's 1.5%. And 50-50 split on leads means 75 basis points or 0.75% for conventional non-QM leads here. Now, our in-house loan officers obviously have non-delegated, correspondent, and brokered with all of our investors and lenders. No monthly fees for our in-house team. You get our in-house processing team. So again, more support, direct access to your processors there in-house. One-on-one mentorship. You get assigned a mentor that's going to help you structure your file and actually help you disclose your file with you in person. And we have our AI integrated because all of the conditions are integrated in our system. So our Calvin AI can not only give you tips, but actually help you push that loan and the conditions from start to finish. And all of our in-house loan officers, again, a little more flexibility, can do all of our business purpose states. So again, that's 21 additional states business purpose besides our standard license states. Unlimited leads as everybody gets. And to get to that 200 basis points, 50 basis points bonus for anybody rocking and rolling with monthly volume over 2 million. Again, we want to build a platform and a system and allow you guys to get as much comp as you can, scaling up with our platform here. So if you're ready to join, just click the button to join the applicable plan. It is open for you, but let's go ahead and pass it over to Kyle, who can show some of the back-end systems and how some of the stuff we just talked about works. So you ready, Kyle?
Yep, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. So when you come on board, we do full trainings on this, but just want to point out a couple cool things about the CRM here. So just like any other CRM, you can create your notes, send your emails, send your texts, but you can also click a button here to have our AI assistant do all that for you as well, craft your emails and texts and stuff. And of course, you can set reminders for yourself. You can put people on action plans, automated drip campaigns to automatically email them and text them from you over time, all that kind of good stuff that any other CRM would typically do. But what really starts to set our system apart here is our quoting system. So with just a few pieces of info from the client without needing to pull their credit or anything, within 2 minutes of getting off the phone with your client and gathering some info, you can put the info in here, click one button to pull up all the pricing from all of our different outlets, choose the rates you want to show to your client, and within 2 minutes after getting off the phone, you can spit them out a nice pretty quote that looks like this, where they can see their rate choices. They can scroll over these things to see what they mean. You see it pulls in the Google map of the property automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate of the property automatically, has the proposed loan info, does the automatic breakdown of the taxes, insurance, lender fees, and then of course has you here as the loan originator. And then here's the great thing, you can also add your realtors to this. So I added Jose, he's also a realtor, so he's my example here. But your realtor partners would absolutely love this. So your realtor partners love this because they know not only can you send their clients quotes within minutes, but you can attach them to the quote so they can know what's going on and they can know that you're keeping them in front of their client's face, right? Saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. So your realtor partners absolutely love this. Now, the best part about all this is your client can then just click start my loan application. And so what that does is that takes them right to their borrower portal. So let me show you what that looks like here from their end. Takes them right to their portal where they can start their 1003 right here in our system. They don't have to leave the page, upload the different documents we're going to need right here in our system. They can see their loan info. They can see the current milestone of where the loan is at, which of course updates as you go through the milestones on your end. So they have everything they need here in their portal. Now, once your client has submitted their application here, let me show you what it looks like on your end in your portal. So if we come here, you'll notice that on our back end here, the loan application is 100% complete, meaning that's why it's all green, this person submitted. And what happened is as soon as they submitted their application, they agreed to a credit pull and we pull credit instantly and automatically. Right. So you don't have to make your client pay for it up front. You don't have to pay for it up front. Right. We pull it instantly and automatically. That way, when you come here into our system and click the Encompass API, not only is the whole 1003 imported in here already, but the credit is already pulled and imported in here. Liabilities are already imported in here. Everything is here ready for you to originate the loan. And like Nick said, sometimes before you even move a finger, they'll just do all this themselves. Right. Now on the left-hand side here, notice I just want to point out our dual Oz as Nick spoke about earlier, the dual automated underwriting to run Fannie and Freddie underwriting at the same time with the click of a button, but we also have our AI that analyzes the results and tells you which way might be best for your client. Now, what's really cool about this as well is once you're originating the loan and it's in underwriting, if we scroll down here, you'll see right here on your same page, you have your underwriting conditions. So you and your processor can upload documents to fulfill them. You can dispute the conditions, kick it back to the underwriter. So you see everything is here in one system to take a client from being just a name, email, phone number to communicating with them in the CRM, quoting them in our CRM, gathering their 1003 in our system, pulling their credit in our system, originating the loan in our system, fulfilling the conditions even in our system. So everything is here in one system with one login for you and one login for your client all the way through the loan process. So now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place. So there's a few ways that we provide you leads. As Nick said, we're from the marketing world, so we do our own ad campaigns, right? We don't buy third-party leads or used leads or anything like that. All of our leads are coming from our live ad campaigns. So what happens is when somebody clicks on one of our ads for our loan programs that we're advertising, they double opt in to be contacted and you get a text message immediately that second. So let me show you, I just took a little screenshot here of my test account. So you'll see this is all within an hour. So, 10 texts or so within an hour that I got of leads here. Notice some regular purchase leads. There's some DSCR leads in here, some foreign national leads in here. So all these different types of leads that are coming in. So those are going to be coming in all day where you can see the lead come in the second they click the ad and you can be on the phone with them within seconds, right? And that's our goal. We always contact them within the first minute. So you're going to have these live fresh leads coming in every day to your phone. Now, another way that we provide you leads here in our system is through our auto dialer. So just like any other auto dialer, you can call 300-400 people in a day. There's a button you can press that drops an automated text and email to them from you if they don't answer, right? So, and then moves right on to the next call. So you can call 300-400 people a day, dropping those automated texts and emails. And so the auto dialer is great. And we put the leads in here for you. So notice there's thousands of different lead types in here. These are real opted in leads, right? Now we also have a list like realtor lists. We can call hundreds of realtors in a day to build those relationships and get referrals. So there's always calls here in the auto dialer for you to do. So that's another way that we provide you leads. Now, another way that you can work leads here in our system is that you can have us run an ad campaign for you. So those same campaigns that we're running that we know work, that we're giving you those leads for free up front, you can actually have us run the campaign where you pay for it up front, and there is no 50-50 lead split on the back end, right? So I want to be clear, this is not required. We're going to be providing you leads all day for free on a lead split. But if you want to boost your pipeline even more, and you want to boost your pipeline with leads that don't have the lead split on the back end, we can copy our campaign, put your budget on it. That way you're receiving those leads with no lead split. So we do have that option as well. Now, another way to work leads here in our system is that you can import leads. So as Nick talked about earlier, maybe you're already buying leads from Zillow or LendingTree or Free Rate Update or, any legitimate lead source. You can bring those into our system here with your webhook. So we give you your webhook and the instructions on how to use it. That way you can bring leads in real time. So when that lead comes in from, let's say, Free Rate Update, it goes into our system automatically into our CRM instantly. It notifies you from our CRM that you have a new lead. That way you can call them and quote them and do everything in our system like any other lead. You could even run your own Facebook campaigns and use this webhook to bring them into your CRM, right? So basically any way there is to work leads, we provide that here for you in our system. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jose, our CSO. Jose has been a loan officer and a realtor for 29 years. And we'll talk about, we'll have him talk about how this all comes together to close loans and the types of support that that we provide here. Then we'll open it up to questions. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. On today's webinar, I'm joining the Mortgage Calculator as a mortgage loan originator. So definitely the technology is amazing. And the leads program that we have is unique to the industry, where you basically join the leads team because it's a company-wide leads team, right? So many opportunities here to generate plenty of business and have the necessary tools to process all that business in a very sustainable manner, right? And when all of those loan applications start coming in, which they will, I can guarantee it, you can definitely rest assured that you're going to receive the support that you need to connect all the dots, to not spin your wheels and make sure that you're closing your loans in 30 days once you start originating, both in your agency business and hopefully, if you're new to non-QM, all the non-QM business that you're going to do. So the support is definitely what we provide here in terms of the online support through all of the different technologies that we have, including our knowledge center, combined with live support, right? You go into our live support Zoom room, you can get support from our in-house processors that are in there and a bunch of different procedural items. I mean, just go in there and within minutes, you're being taken care of by a real person in-house from our team, from our company. Or if you need to structure your loans, that's really where we excel. We don't just put you out there and say, figure it out, right? You have your mentors that assist you with structuring all of your loan applications. And then you have the live support Zoom room where you can come in and you can get additional live structure support from myself, right? I'm in there from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. So there's a lot of mentorship and support going on at the Mortgage Calculator because we want to make sure that, again, you don't spin your wheels. So especially if you're coming new to the business or new to non-QM and like happened with one of our our MLOs that joined the mortgage calculator team. She had agency experience, but very limited non-QM experience. She picked up a lead from her own leads plan that she was paying for. So this is not a company lead split. This is on her 100% of her lead split. And but it was a complicated deal. It had been denied through another lender by not through our company, and as a full doc file, investment property, high LTV. So she met with me. We did a structure meeting. Luckily, she brought all the necessary documentation. And after a thorough review of everything, and after her having reviewed our knowledge center and guidelines of our investors, we all concluded the best route was a profit and loss loan, not bank statement like she had previously thought it was going to happen, and definitely not a full doc like had been denied by somebody else. So in 3 weeks and 2 days, we closed that loan, right, in $1,056,000 at 1.5% was roughly $16,000. Her first commission at the mortgage calculator, and I can guarantee you, not only would she not have been closing that loan at the previous shop that she was at because they didn't have profit and loss loans, but had she not had the support she received at the mortgage calculator from all of the different members of the team, she would not have been able to close that loan, may not have known that was the right trajectory for the loan, or just may have just spun her wheels and not been able to attain the objective in the needed time to make it happen, because we did have a limited timeline and we had to also get an appraisal transfer. So there were multiple hoops of fire that we jumped through, and we basically gave her the concierge service, held her hand, so to speak, and helped walk her through the, what we turned into a smooth transaction, but without the support, definitely would have been a very volatile transaction. So that, and like that, we have many situations like that where the MLOs get the support they need, put together a deal, and get a loan submitted, and then have a loan closing. So we definitely love doing that and look forward to doing that for all of you at the Mortgage Calculator. And actually, one other thing I wanted to note, we operate in 2 channels. Forgot to add this detail, right? We have our non-Del channel where we're the lenders, and we have our broker channel where we are the wholesale. In-house processing and intake, no need for credentials, is all when we're the lender. Third-party processing or self-processing, and you upload and disclose when it's broker. So I look forward to helping you structure your deals at the Mortgage Calculator.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go ahead and talk about the next steps, then we'll get into the question. So the next steps here is to go ahead when you're ready to come on board, go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join. Nick just put the link there in the chat as well. You're going to sign up for the plan that's applicable to you. There is no certain requirements for either plan, so it's totally up to you. Even if you're brand new, you can join either plan, or you're experienced, you can join either plan. You're going to go ahead and click the link here to sign up for that plan. It's going to take you right to sign the compensation agreement. Now, don't worry, you don't have to sign it right then. Go ahead and take your time. We will email you a copy of it as well, right? So take your time and review it. But once you do sign that initial compensation agreement, that's what kicks off all of the next steps, right? So that's when we reach out. We'll get your documentation for employment. We'll walk you through having a sponsor your license, all that kind of good stuff, right? So remember, the Broker Unlimited plan is typically more for people who are probably already producing. Doesn't have to be, but it typically is, because it's a little bit more independent, right? You're working with the lender because brokering the loan, right? So it's not an in-house loan. You're either self-processing or using third-party processing. But all you're paying is the $2.99 a month tech fee. There are no transaction fees. You're keeping 100% of the commission. So again, like Nick was mentioning earlier, this is more to use the system to broker loans. Now, for those of you who want to be in-house here, again, typically a newer person or somebody who likes the Correspondent channel more, something like that, would typically come over here. Again, you have a little bit more options and flexibility. There are no monthly fees because you're in-house, so you're not paying the tech fee. There's in-house processing and in-house one-on-one mentorship. So definitely a little bit more streamlined support there as well. So that's the biggest difference between these plans. Broker Unlimited's a little bit more independent, and all you're paying is the $299 a month tech fee. And Correspondent is more in-house support, more flexibility, and no monthly fees, of course, because you are in-house. So now let's talk about licensing. So for those of you that are already licensed, of course, you can just go ahead and sign up right away. If you're not licensed yet, we can help you get your license. We have a partnership with a mortgage school. So you can go to the mortgagecalculator.com/training, and Nick will put the link there in the chat for that as well. So if you do still need your license, we have a partnership with a mortgage school. So we buy the mortgage school classes in bulk so that you can take this course, and it's a discount, right? So that way you can take the course, and then you can get your license, and then you can come on board. So if you already have your license, go ahead and sign up. If you don't have your license yet, you can go to the mortgagecalculator.com/training. That course walks you through everything on how to register your NMLS, get your license. It includes the 20-hour required education from the NMLS so that you can take your test and get your license. It's all in that course at the mortgagecalculator.com/training. So with that being said, let's go ahead and stop recording, and then we will open it up to questions.